Shalom, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, double honors to the elder bishops of Great Millstone as GMS. Peace and blessings to the Akim and a few Akwat across the four winds. This is Batamayim coming to you with a quick hit. Now I saw this on the way to work. I was stuck in traffic. Then I turned around, I just took a quick picture. But you can see Houston Police Department, they got different vehicles. This is an armor type vehicle. And there I seen through one of the windows on the side that it was, some officers sitting in the back of it also. So whether they're transporting someone or not, or doing a raid, so on and so forth. Hey, but this was they have a well, I also seen some months back, or about a year or so, near downtown, which is close to Third Ward, which there's a lot of Southern Kingdom in Third Ward. But they also had, it was more vehicles kind of lined up by a small police station that's like on the other side of the freeway near downtown. But Lord willing, this quick hit is edifying to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Because my first thought was the enemy was coming in like a flood. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Satan, he works through Esau Edom, which is the self-proclaimed white man. Satan is our adversary. And so is Esau Edom. He does opposite of what the scriptures say. But ultimately, he wants to come down and destroy the nation of Israel, because Esau Edom wants his birthright back, which it was never his in the first place. Just how things played out in the scriptures. The birthright was always for the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But we can't be ignorant of his devices. Them investing in guillotines, ammo, these armored vehicles, more weapons, so on and so forth. We're not ignorant of his devices, his evil purpose, because we're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. And that was another thing that I thought about too, was Jacob's trouble. It's going to be a time like never was before. Again, the enemy's going to come in like a flood. And what he wants to do is round up you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and put you in prisons and concentration camps. Revelation chapter 2 verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, which go into the devil, is deceiver. It goes to Diablos, which means the deceiver, which is Esau Edom. He's the devil that the scriptures speak of. Shall cast some of you into prison. So when I seen this armored truck, that was one of my first thoughts, is he wants to gather up the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the northern and the southern kingdom brothers and sisters, that you may be tried, and ye should have tribulation 10 days. And that's not, 10 days like Esau Edom's going to put you in a concentration camp for 10 days. No, that's not what that means. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So again, they invested in those guillotines. If you don't take that microcharagma, which is the MOTB, the mark of the beast, hey, you have to be faithful unto death. You got to be willing to strive for this truth unto death. And if you do die in this truth by not taking the microcharagmas, if you take the microcharagma, you will be destroyed. But the Lord will give you a crown of life. Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him. So the Esau Edom, he's going to come in with these armored trucks. He's going to bust in brothers and sisters' residence. Mainly the prophets, mainly those that are prophesying on the highways and byways. He's going to come in at, early in the morning, late at night, when most brothers and sisters are asleep. He's going to come in like a flood. But the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he's going to lift up a standard. He's going to give brothers a way to escape. He's going to give brothers spiritual powers, to be able to escape. Esau Edom's going to come in with robot dogs, robo cops, super soldiers, to try to get to try to do what? gather up the nation of Israel, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But, you know, hey, we hoping that we get those spiritual powers and we could be delivered. But that's all that I had on this quick hit. You know, those are the precepts that came to mind. You know, Lord willing, this quick hit was edifying to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Call Halayim La, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles. Double honors to the elder bishops of Great Millstone as GMS. Double honors to the elder high priest who taught them this truth. Peace and blessings to the Akim and a few Akwat across the four winds. Shalom.